What's good, guys? This is your boy, the Knight of Justice, and today I got my good old buddy Sage with me. Say hi, Sage.
Hello.
And today we're going to be going into something that's really cancerous to me and him, and I think we should just debunk this shit. So, this guy DanCo makes some versus battles, and some of the battles he do is pretty bit dumb. He doesn't like scale the characters well. He says, "Oh, this character fought this character." Or this guy is stronger than this guy. Or this guy tanked this. He doesn't really scale his the characters he put up against to each other. And some of the characters he put up against is really mixed match and retarded. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I think it's obviously just a casual comic book fan who doesn't really understand power scaling, determining the strength of characters. So like, I'm not faulting him, but I understand. But like, if you're gonna make a channel, you should at least know how to do this stuff properly. So yeah.
I mean, like, most of the, when in his battles, he like say, "Oh, this is my opinion, how I see it," but you can't just say your opinion when defeats show that your opinion is wrong. You put up against a character. I mean, I used to do that too when I did some videos, but now I don't do that no more. When it comes to like top 10s, I will say my opinions in those top 10s and stuff, but I will not do that in like a versus battle or like scaling a character. But when it comes,
it's pretty cancerous. I would say that.
yeah. So for this video, we're gonna be like debunking Gorr the God Butcher versus Thanos, and so you know, there's only one version of Gorr, and this guy does not like specify which version of Thanos he's using. So if he's like, he don't specify he's using old King Thanos, Thanos as modern today, or like classic Thanos. He doesn't like specify which version of character he's using in this battle. So we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna see how it goes here. So Sage, why don't you start first?
Alright, so when I was watching this video, I noticed a couple things. First of all, he likes to scale off of characters. For example, he used the fact that Gorr was able to take on multiple gods and beat them. But he doesn't really go into how powerful these gods are. And he does the same thing with Thanos, too, I've noticed. He goes into, oh, well, Thanos was a challenge for Galactus. Now, I know it's common knowledge on how powerful Galactus is, but if you're going to make a video like this, you should at least, like, give some sort of context to the power of Galactus. And which version of Galactus, because you know there's well-fed, starved, and like just normal Galactus. Then he goes into how he was swapping hands with Silver Surfer. He doesn't go into how strong Silver Surfer is or how that scales to Thanos. And then he brings up something really weird. He's like, well, Thanos is able to tank multiple lightning bolts from Thor. Now, not only are the lightning bolts not even some of Thor's high-end attacks, he doesn't even quantify how powerful Thor's lightning bolts are at all. So it's just kind of weird to me about how this works. So I also think he said something, he tried to scale that Gorr beat a god that is above Thanos. But he never specified why that specific person is above Thanos. So really, it's just him just throwing around the word God like it actually means something. Which is another problem, but like that's just a whole other video. So,
like when he said like, "Oh, this guy was able to wrestle black holes for fun," and like, "Oh, okay," but I know a character who was able to crush black holes that actually got cut by Thanos. It was Gladiator. So, what's your point by that? How powerful is that god? And where you quantify that Gorr at that time? Because Gorr grew stronger over the years when he slaughters gods. He slaughters gods to get more powerful. So you have to quantify like where specific point he was at that got him to that level. And so with Thanos, right? So which version of Thanos is he using? Going off that picture he used for his thumbnail, I would assume he's using the Thanos that fought the Phoenix Force and then with the God Quarry.
I would also assume that, but problem is he used like retro comics too. He used that for the Galactus feat. He used like retro comics like from the late 90s, early 2000s, stuff like that. So it's kind of, I feel like he's just taking a bunch of this stuff out of context. What do you think?
Yeah, I totally agree on that. Like, so with that Thanos he used, I'm assuming he's using, that Thanos survived the blast from a nihilist that harnessed the power of the Living Tribunal as Adam Warlock, and those multiple blasts killed the Celestials and Galactus, Thor, Hulk, Hyperion, and the only person that was left standing was Thanos, which would mean that Thanos would scale above the Celestials and Galactus. And that's the same Thanos that fought Phoenix Force Stain.
There's nothing to really scale Gorr above like Celestials, unless you want to like. Well, at least in the video, he doesn't bring anything to scale Gorr above Celestials. So I guess it's just kind of at that point, it's just his headcanon of like his perception, which is not how you power scale things.
Yeah, like the best you could say for Gorr, he's like multi-universal. Even so, it doesn't really put him on Thanos' level during that time point. Because Celestials are able to like cut down Skyfathers, and they were able to like defeat the Galactus. Well, Galactus was able to contend with them, and he defeated one of them. But when they combined, they absolutely like one-shot at him.
Yeah. I think it just comes out. I think it just comes down to this Thanos. Really, he's a casual comic book fan. He doesn't really know about scaling, and he just goes to like, I would literally bet money that he goes to like Google Plus threads. He just pulls a couple scans, looks at some Versus Battle Wiki statements, just like, all right, I'm gonna add this into the script. He just makes like a video and then he just puts it out there. It's not really quality content. He doesn't. I would argue that he's probably not even that big of a comics fan, because he doesn't seem very knowledgeable on these heroes.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I mean, I would go to like respect threads and get scans, but there's a difference to that. I actually read the comics where those scans come from. That way I can quantify how powerful that character is.
Yeah, you don't just like you can't just depend on respect threads. You have to be knowledgeable. If you're making a video, right, and you don't have the scans on you, you can go to respect threads if you're knowledgeable on that event. You grab the scans and you add it to your video, or you keep it unless somebody in the comments wants scans of that and wants proof. But you don't just like depend on the respect thread, because like a lot of these times the respect threads they don't even have context. So like yeah.
And like some of the respect threads can be outdated, and they don't cover up the like recent events that happened in some of the comic issues.
Yeah, a lot of them are like that. Like the Thor respect thread on Reddit for the 616 one's pretty outdated.
Or like the Magneto one from 1610, that one's really outdated too. I see most people use that for like the scale 616, which is pretty retarded since they're different verses. So yeah, that's the end of this debunk. This is part 1. Check out part 2. It's in the list on my channel. And thank my friend Sage for helping me with this debunk. And we will see you guys next time. Peace. Oh man, I don't even know where to start on that.
Hold on. Alright, so since you got all this recorded, right? I'm gonna leave real quick and I'm gonna go watch that video. And I'm like, while I'm watching it, I'm gonna take down a couple of notes and I'm gonna come back and we can like do that part. Alright.
Alright.